Hi, happy Tuesday. My name is October and I'm your host for today. My topic for the week is that called magic fact versus fiction. I'm trying to get this to light up a bit better. I wrote a little something when I was having my coffee this morning, and I will just share with you what I have written. I began thinking about today's topic as I woke up this morning and poured my coffee. I decided I would pop a few things down that I could discuss with you after my son went out on his support. I began sieving through the archives that I call upon in my own personal inner memory bank, as well as looking up a few things online that I felt would be relevant to share with you guys this afternoon. First of all, I would like to delve into something that I find pretty interesting myself. This lighting is terrible. Which is the utilisation of our own minds by tuning into our very own individual brain filters. I realise that this method may not suit everybody, but it helps me personally siphon out as I scour through the pages of time, breaking through the different ages, stages, dates and historically documented scripts from bygone eras. On my personal journey, I have learned that the Celts, for example, felt that writing things down took away their power somehow, or legitimacy in some way. So I have learned from that not to take every author's writings as complete gospel, as is with many scriptures or findings. I believe that each reader can take away from every book, article or description something different and tune in with what resonates with them individually. I believe that it's more about reality verses than fact verses for me, but each to their very own. I think that even the word believe in itself has a hidden lie within its makeup. If you look closely, you will see what I mean. And today's world has many tools that in turn serve their own very particular purposes, some of which I truly see as my eyes have been opened very wide over the last 10 or 15 years. TV has become a tool to manipulate and drum in certain so-called facts. But are those facts really what we may think? I say no. As the word fact in itself means, or as the dictionary itself suggests, something that actually exists. It is reality, it is truth. Something known to exist or to have happened, and a truth verifiable from experience or observation. Some so-called facts have found themselves within the pages of topical books that claim to be facts, but how can they be if they cannot be proven as being so? As for TV images and portrayals of people and the paths they have chosen to walk, those have been displayed on our screens to show a chosen, a boxed or labelled section of society that the puppeteers have designed, so to speak, because they have complete control of what is being pumped out of our picture boxes within our own homes without question. If you look at the majority of movies around, for example, that screenshot witches or magic, what do you usually see? Cardboard cutouts, stereotypes of what those puppeteers want the public to absorb and think, which is that witches are carbon copies of a cackling scary woman with a cauldron or riding a broomstick, trying to create havoc wherever she goes, casting and hexing instead of allowing people to really see how non-televised or real witches truly are. Even the less exaggerated witchy flicks have very little substance, or allowed to follow a more realistic storyline, because they don't want witchcraft or magic to be seen as such or in a positive light. Our history books never enlighten our children of the real truths of the years of yesterday. They stick to, once again, a chosen curriculum that steers our youngsters away from things that can be proven, yet have been and are to this day continually tried to be kept covered up or under wraps. as still they thrive in teaching our students of today by expressing just how amazing our monarchy is, or, for example, how King Richard III was a murderer out for his own means. For as long as I can remember, I have learned to figure out what the so-called truths are, what makes sense or resonates with me, or what I feel in my gut is right or wrong regards topics. His story, her story, is perfectly acceptable, but what about their stories? Magic for me is a little bit similar, as in, if I feel that something in my gut is wrong, then it most likely is, and vice versa. Trusting your own feelings and your own intuition, for me anyway, is more often than not my deal breaker. Magic is not about fact, nor is it about fiction, but about truth. Seeking ancestors, the real history, and not what is printed in a school textbook. It is about energy, matter, space, time, the spoken word against the written. It is all things to all people. It is not factual, nor is it fictional. It just simply is. Again, going back to witches portrayed on TV, people's perceptions will always lean toward what their brain has absorbed, especially if that is the only version of a witch that they have been exposed to. Fiction and fact are very often closely related, if not created from the same bulb or seed, as both are planted just the same as the other. We cover them with soil and water and tend them, as well as exposing them to the correct conditions to allow each thing to grow, which is exactly what the whole fact versus fiction debate proves. Fiction suggests something that is invented or untrue, a belief or statement which is false or imaginary. So why is it then that both flourish as words, and that we just automatically believe and place our faiths in? Remember, belief holds a hidden lie within its makeup. Magic is reality, TV is not. Protection and healing are reality, and the media is not. Life is reality, and the news is not. Manipulation is reality, but the government is not. Witchcraft is reality, but the movies are not. Your path is your reality, is it not? Blessed be.